All right, the next section is our routine maintenance section. So the routine maintenance needed here is going to list out the things that need to be corrected on site, but that don't need to be corrective action. So it can be good to scroll back and forth as you're going through, and where you select no, remember, if you select no, you either need to add an action item, that would be a replacement or major repair or significant repair or installation, initial installation of a control, or you would need to select one of these routine maintenance items. So make sure that one of those happens anytime that you select no on a question. So the routine maintenance items that we have here, empty dumpsters. Dumpsters need to be emptied when they are 75% capacity. They should not continue to be filled after they are at 75% capacity. Now, just because they have some boards or some other large items sticking above the rim of the dumpster doesn't mean that the dumpster is at 75% capacity. You'll need to take a look and check and see if the dumpster is actually overflowing or if it's just a few items that are above it. But if the dumpster appears to be at 75% or greater capacity, then it needs to be emptied, and you would select this routine maintenance. Streets or gutters need to be swept. Again, if there is dirt in the street, it needs to be swept. Now, if the dirt is if it appears that the dirt has either been swept or scraped up or shoveled up, but there is still just a small amount that's over the pavement that wouldn't come up from a sweeper unless you really tried really hard, then that doesn't constitute the need for routine maintenance or the need for a corrective action. The point is that they need to go in with a street sweeper, but sometimes that street sweeper, especially if the dirt is wet, is going to leave behind some dirt residue. That's okay. It's okay if that's there. All right, perimeter controls need to be repaired, not replaced and not installed, but repaired. If they need to be replaced or installed, then that needs to be a corrective action. So if you're looking at your straw wattle, your fiber roll, and there are sections that have been moved out of place or that are up on some rocks and you can see underneath of it, that would need to be repaired and you would select this. If there are areas of the silt fence that have fallen down off of the stakes and just need to be stapled back up, that would be a repair, and you can select it here on the routine maintenance. If someone has run over the fiber roll and it needs to be replaced in a section, and they can't just repair it, but they actually need to bring in new materials to repair, to do a significant repair or replacement of that fiber roll or silt fence, that would need to be a corrective action, not a routine maintenance item. Okay. Next is inlets need to be cleaned. So as you're looking at the inlets, both within the site boundary and the first inlet outside of the site boundary that the site will discharge to, those inlets also need to be protected. And when that protection reaches, again, if it's an inlet insert, if it's at 75% capacity, it needs to be maintained. It needs to be cleaned out. If there are inlet covers and there's a significant amount of dirt or debris on there that is going to inhibit stormwater from flowing through the inlet protection and getting into the inlet, then that would need to be cleaned off as well. This is where you would put those. Again, if there are inlets that need protection because it's never been installed, or the protections there are so destroyed that they need to be replaced, that would be a corrective action, not a routine maintenance. All right, portable toilets need to be moved or staked down. That, again, is something that we see quite often. Portable toilets are, on the sidewalk, they're on pavement, they're not in the correct location, or they're not secured. That would be a routine maintenance, and they would need to be fixed. Picking up and containing blowable trash. If there's blowable trash on the site, obviously that can leave the site and get into water bodies. So that's a routine maintenance item. You can select there. And concrete washout is full or nearing full and needs to be emptied. That would be another one. Now, if you don't have any routine maintenance items on site, then go ahead and click not applicable. That's going to be very rare. We shouldn't see that happen for multiple inspections in a row unless there's nothing happening on the site, because it's very rare that there would be no routine maintenance or corrective actions on a site.